And shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off giving all honor and glory from the praise and worship to our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, elder bishops, great millstone, rule well, teacher on sound doctrine, and strong shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. Let the Lord have mercy on these perilous times. Perilous meaning dangerous times that we're currently living in. All right, it's your brother HAQADASH representing Jim branch here in Cleveland, Lord willing to bring out an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. And the title of this lesson is something along the lines of build strong. Right, build strong. Okay. It's important to, and I typed in Google, important to build correctly, right? And this is what it gave. Building correctly is crucial for several reasons, as we know, including safety, longevity, energy efficiency. Proper construction ensures a stable and durable structure, protects occupants from the elements, and reduces long-term maintenance costs. Furthermore, it can significantly impact the building's overall energy performance and environmental footprint. So you got to understand that it's important for us to build strong, right? It's important for us to build correctly, right? And to build with the right material. Everything is precise with YAHAWASHI. What are we building? We're building the temple of Yahawah. BAHASHAM. We're building the third temple, which are the people, which are the elect. The Lord called us those pillars, you know. Lord willing, would be that electful number. The elect are those pillars that uphold the rest of the house. And those pillars are attached to the foundation. So it's important for us to what? Make sure we're building correctly. Make sure we're being master builders, because the way we build is very important to what comes after. And we know in this case, what's coming after is the kingdom of heaven, a kingdom that's going to exist forever. So how we build is very important. We can't just be building with anything. You know, it's only one block. You know, it's only one brick of this. You know, everything else solid, so it ain't gonna make a difference. Yes, everything makes a difference. It can't be one crack, one flaw. Can't be one hole, one short, one longer. Everything is precise down to its measurements when it comes to the Lord's temple that we're currently building, man. Okay, we gotta build, make sure we build correctly. Because here are some, I'm gonna just highlight again, read the highlighted points here. Safety and stability. It says structural integrity. You see? It says correct construction. I'm going to read this. Correct construction methods and materials ensure the building can withstand loads, weather conditions, and potential hazard like earthquakes or strong winds. Right? Because that's what our Lord told us. You see? YAHAWASHI. He told us these things. He said, Matthew 7. This is Matthew 7 and 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. So the words that we hear from YAHAWASHI is the basic foundation. Is the in the first principles to build strong. All right, and to build correctly. Because you go to, where is that? Where's that? It's in Proverbs. Proverbs 9:1. Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars. You see? So wisdom is building the house. Wisdom is the word. Wisdom is YAHAWASHI. The word is YAHAWASHI. We take heed to YAHAWASHI, which is the basic principles. All right? YAHAWASHI being that chief cornerstone, he is the foundation to build correctly and to build strongly. You see? Oh my God. Is that not the spirit what just came on the screen? It says count the cost right here. A brother is doing a video right now as I'm doing a video on count the cost, and that's exactly what I'm going into, counting the cost, right? Lord willing, we can get that too. So wisdom have builded her house. She have hewn out her 7 pillars, man. Okay, and a pillar, let's get it for you. It says a column or column mass, narrow in portion to height, either weight bearing or freestanding. It says a column, right? It says prop or support. Again, listen, this is one. It says prop or support of an institution or what? Community. And the pillars is going to to the house of David is going to uphold the rest of the Israelites. The rest of our nation will rest upon those pillars, and them pillars rest upon the foundation, which is YAHAWASHI. So it's very important how we build, because we have to make sure that everything is properly fitted and properly attached so that it can last forever. It can withstand any storm. It says, let's see. You know, they change these definitions a lot. I'm trying to see where it says it distribute the weight. Damn. But yeah, so it used to say, it might say it in another definition on Google or something, but it used to say it distribute the weight between the everything else and the thing that is holding and between the foundation. So that's the Israelites, the everything else in the foundation is YAHAWASHI, man. So wisdom built of her house. She have hewn on her 7 pillars. You see, Proverbs 24:3. Through wisdom is an house builded, and by understanding it is established. And by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches. So it's important for us to be what? Wrapped up in this wisdom, so that we can make sure we're building strongly and we're building correctly. You see? Because what it say? A wise man is strong. See that? Yeah, a man of knowledge increaseth strength. You see? So a wise man is strong. You see what I'm saying? His mindset can weather any storm. And that's going to translate into the building in which we're currently building. That mindset, it's important for us to have the right mindset, a sound mindset, sound doctrine, healthy mind, in order to build a house that would last forever. And we can only do that by the wisdom that we possess, which is a gift from YAHAWASHI, man. So going back to this, it says structural integrity. It says weather conditions and potential hazards like earthquakes or strong winds. And that's what we was reading here in Matthew 7. It says 24, therefore whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I would liken him unto a wise man. You see that? One who know how to build, which built his house upon a rock. Right? Who's that rock? YAHAWASHI. Just real quick, 1 Corinthians 10:1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Hamashiach. So that rock is Hamashiach YAHAWASHI, man. So you can understand. It says, again, Matthew 7:24, therefore whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him to a wise man which built his house upon a rock. Because the saying is that what? A storm is coming. Okay? Scriptures tell you in Revelations 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have a short time. You see, the devil is about to come down upon us, because he know he has a short time. You see? You see? So uh so that great wrath is that flood, right? And that's when you go to, let's see, it's Isaiah 59. Isaiah 59:19. So shall they, the water YAHAWASHI, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, that's that great wrath. The spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard, a way to escape against him. And that way to escape is going to be by the way of that chamber or a door closing that seals the elect up inside that what? That house, right? The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and is safe. The righteous is going to be dwelling in the house of Yahawah YAHAWASHI now, and it's going to translate to the heavenly kingdom, the divine kingdom. It's going to, our thoughts is going to eventually match our bodies. Our bodies are going to eventually match our thoughts. We think on the highest vibration there can ever be. And eventually you're going to see it match up with our conditions, our living space. Okay? Eventually you're going to see that. You see? So the enemy is going to come in like a flood here soon. So going back to Matthew 7. So when you wrapped in Yahawashi, right? St. John 15, without me you can do nothing. Well, therefore, that's where you start to, that's where you actually build properly, man. Again, Matthew 7:24, therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, right, that's the word. You see, you're clean through the word and doeth them, and you got to apply these things. I would liken him to a wise man. That's how you build properly. Applying the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You see, applied wisdom. Okay, you got to apply the wisdom of the scriptures, which built his house upon a rock, which means that you're actually embedded in that foundation. And the rain descended and the floods came. That's that great wrath. Then enemy is going to come against us, man. Enemy could be your friends, family, and the heathens, and Esau, Edom, and so forth, right? It says, and the rain descended and the floods came and the winds blew and beat upon, and that's the spirit, because damn, I can't find it, but a brother has just uploaded a lesson talking about Noah and the flood behavior, because let me finish this out and I'm gonna get that. Matthew 7:25, and the rain descended and the floods came and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. Right, that sure foundation, man. That's Yahawashi, that's rooted. He said, he that believeth on me, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. The belly is the mind. The biggest and strongest and the healthiest trees are next to bodies of water. You see, they grow the biggest in branches, and they're the most they're the most flavorful tree, if you will, because of the water that they're next to. Okay, and we're connected to that water, which is Yahawashi, which means we'll never thirst again, and which also means that we're deeply rooted. And everyone that, because remember the Lord said that which my heavenly Father, Matthew 15:13, that my heavenly Father have not planted shall be rooted up. The Lord is coming to uproot. He's going to stick in it, thrust in the sickle, and he's going to uproot those things that are not planted. Only wisdom can plant you. Only wisdom can root you. And only wisdom can nourish you. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. Right? It's going to be a great destruction, a great fall. You see? And I mentioned Noah because a flood came during Noah's time. And I had typed in, let me finish this and I'm going to go to this other one. Now, these are several different reasons why building correctly is very, very important. Structural integrity, fire safety, occupant protection. It says a well-built structure provides a secure and safe environment for residents and workers. And we know that we're never going to die again. Israel is going to live forever. It said longevity and durability. Reduce maintenance. You see? It says using high quality materials and employing proper construction techniques minimizes the need for repairs and replacements. Ain't gonna be no repairs and replacements in the kingdom, man. Ain't gonna be no every 2 months you see Jake outside working on the roads, right? Like Esau, putting new cement down on the roads and trying to tear down this building because it's fucking warped and the floor is caving in and you gotta build a new building. No, man, because we're gonna have high quality material, as it says here. High quality materials. It says describes something that is of superior excellence or adheres to a very good standard. And we're going to have the top of the line elements to build up the kingdom. And you're going to do it, Esau, Edom, and the nations. It says extended lifespan. This is why it's important to build correctly, because it extends the lifespan. The building that we're gonna that's gonna be as the place of worship is us. The temple, the YAHAWASHI is gonna dwell with us. So that means that our lifespan have to be extended. And it just so happens that YAHAWAH is immortal. Righteousness is immortal, and they're righteous and they're immortal. Yahweh, Yah means he, Hawa means be. He has no existence. He always, I mean, that's Satan, Salakia, slip of the tongue, not with the heart. He has no beginning or end, and he always was. You see? And YAHAWASHI is the first and the last, the Aleph and Tha. He was the first creation of Yahweh, man. Okay, he's the first man, Adam, and the second Adam, and the second Adam, man. Okay. It says correctly built structures can last for decades, even centuries, with proper maintenance, providing long-term value and stability. It says energy efficiency and sustainability, reduce energy consumption. You see, lower carbon footprint, cost effectiveness, reduce repair costs. You see, none of this is going to be going on in the kingdom because it was built correctly. Compliance with regulations, meeting building codes, obtaining permit, right? So these are different things and different ways why it's important to build correctly. It says it's crucial for 7 reasons, right? Crucial meaning extremely important or essential, often to the outcome or resolution of something. So it's extremely important. And when you go to, I typed in Noah had to build ark exactly. It says, this is a quick overview, AI overview. Yes, according to the Bible, which we know, Noah was instructed to build the ark precisely according to Yahweh's specifications. These instructions included the type of wood to use, gopher wood, the dimensions, and the need to coat the interior and exterior with pitch. The ark's design also needed to accommodate a vast number of animals, requiring careful planning and organization of space and resources, right? Not just the animals, but for his family. You see? So the design and dimensions, down to the smell, down to the paint, down to the window that the Lord told Noah to put on there, down to the wood, everything was precise, man. The Lord he used precision, dealing with the Ark of the Covenant. You feel me? Dealing with the temple, how it's built. The Lord used precision, man, because it all means something. He didn't say, hey, look, I'm just giving an example. The Lord he might not want 5 candlesticks. He wants 7 candlesticks. You see what I'm saying? Put 7, 7 churches, right? 12 disciples, apostles, right? 12 tribes. You see? 144,000, like all these things that the Lord deal with in terms of numbers and measurements, and everything is exact and precise, and they're intertwined with one another, man. And that's what we're building right now. We're building a spiritual ark, and we're also building the house of David, man. And these things they require a strong build and a correct build, man. Okay. This is 1 Corinthians 3:6. I have planted, Apollo's water, but the Most High gave it increase. So then neither is he that planted anything, neither he that water, but Yahweh. that giveth the increase. You see, but Yahweh that giveth the increase. You see, now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. You see, we gotta labor, man. We gotta labor, man. What are we laboring for? We're laboring to build that temple, man. Right? We're laboring to build the house of God, the house of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, the house of David, man. You see? It says, for we are laborers together with Yahweh. You are Yahweh's husbandry. You are Yahweh's building. You see? Hey, that's why the Lord says, set thy house in order, man. He said, hey, man, we supposed to keep our space clean. Because that's holiness, right? Filthiness and dirtiness is connected with spirits and left-hand spirits. You know? Hey, we are laborers, man. Hey, we must till the ground, man. We must, keep our hands on the plow. We must work. We must study, fast, pray, teach, prophesy, give alms, tithes, tend to the ministry, man. Applying this wisdom, not just reading it and studying it, but applying it. Being a brother. This is how we build. This is how we're building this building, man. This is it's more. It's made with all the things that it and more. Like it says in Galatians, the fruits of the Spirit. I think it's that Galatians 5:22 or Galatians 6:22. So it says, for we are laborers together with the Most High. You are Yahweh's husbandry. You are the Most High's building. According to the grace of the gospel, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, Yahawah, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. You see, you can't just build on another man's foundation, right? So, therefore, if the elect is building on the foundation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, that means that they got to be the same. They're one. They're going to receive the elect and Yahweh Shai. The elect is a gift to Yahweh Shai, man. And they're going to receive the same promise, man. You see, pursuant to, I believe that's Romans 8, the same promises, man. They're going to drink the same wine that haven't been drunk for over 2,000 years. You see, they're going to have crowns on their head, and they're going to be a part of the government of Yahweh's kingdom, man. Okay, they're the bride of Yahweh Shai, man. A gift from Yahweh, man. The jewels that Yahweh Shai will wear upon his neck. Okay, so they're one. St. John 17. Yahweh Shai prayed that they be one as we are one. Talking about him and the Father. Yahweh Shai and the Father. Yahweh. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. And so we got to take heed. We can't just be in this thing floating and like we Casper or some shit. Or, and no, man. You can't just be a yes man and a damn simp and a damn zombie, man. Yeah, we are told different things in the truth, but we also study. We find out things. We search out the matter, whether these things be true. We just don't follow man blindly, man. We follow the Spirit, which the Spirit gives us the understanding to continue with this man or not, or this camp or not, or whatever. It's the Spirit that's orchestrating all these things, that's acting as an advocate or a mediator on behalf of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, man. For other, verse 11, 1 Corinthians 3:11, for other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Right, he's the foundation that is laid. Now, if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it. Right, and that's what we're getting ready to come into. Because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. Right, so the whole time you've been building, it might look good to the naked eye, but once that storm come, once the heat come, once that fire in a sense of whatever storm that might hit it, once it's tried, right, then it's gonna be, that's when, it's not until then is it proven to be what it is. It might look good, but it might be fucking, it's a saying, everything glitter ain't gold. It might look good on the outside, but that damn fucking the floor and the pipes and the studs and everything is cricket. The foundation is cricket. It may look good on the outside, but really this building don't have a lifespan of 2 years on it, man. especially with all the weight that's gonna be carried on from people, and it might have an elevator, and it might have chairs and desks, whatever you have in this building or house. So the Lord has said every man's work should be made manifest, for the day should declare it, right? And that day when it's tried, when that wind beat upon it, it's gonna be tried to whether be rooted or not, whether be to sturdy enough to weather the elements that come against it, man. You see? Because it should be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work be abide which he if any man's work abide which he have built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahawah, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? You see? If any man defiles the temple of the Most High, him shall Yahawah destroy, for the temple of YAHAWASHI is holy, which temple ye are. And so we're the temple. We got to make sure we build it. We are building correctly. Again, like Noah had to build the ark precise to weather that storm. You see? Luke 14:16. It says, then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper, and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready. And they all with one consent began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it. I pray thee have me excused. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee have me excused. Another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So that servant came and showed his lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor, and the maimed, and the halt, and the blind. And the servant said, Yahawashi, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. Okay, it's important for us to build correctly, so that when the guests enter in, when the house is filled, it don't collapse, the floor don't collapse, right? There's room, building the rooms a certain size so that everybody can fit properly, comfortably, and at full attention to the star of the show, which is Yahawashi. It says, for I say unto you that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper. And there went a great multitude with them. There went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brother and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. This is how we build properly. For with you, so it says, for which of you attending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Meaning enough. We count the cost. We understand that we have a certain amount of we gotta understand how much the labor is. I'm in construction. I'm in that life, in terms of houses and building houses and flipping houses and painting and floors and the whole shebang of renovating a house or building or whatever. Been doing that for some time now. And in that process, we got to know how much material costs, how much we're going to profit. Can we get away with, getting cheaper material in a sense of that makes sense for the job, and not having to buy real expensive material, all right, just because it slapped a name on it, you know what I'm saying? But in this case, in the kingdom case, yeah, we build with the highest form of material, as we read earlier. But I'm just making a point. This is the things that contractors have to think about when they're actually involved with their business when it comes to renovation or building. This material costing this. What's the comparison? Or all right, how much time is going to be spent on a project? how, the sacrifices that you might have to give up, right? The lack of eating or whatever just to get the job done, man. That's equivalent to the truth, man. Stand up late, might have to read, study. You might be just have to stay up to just to pray, or do a lesson like we are right now at 1:32 in the morning. Hey, we count the cost, man. We just don't. You got to count the cost when you're involved with building the house of the Lord. It's gonna come. That's why the Yahawashi just said what he said. It's gonna come with. He said, if any man come to me and hate not his father, and he gave a list of things to detach from, so that you can what? Understand the cost of actually partaking in building Yahawah's house, man. This is what comes with it. The loss of the carnal attachments, man. When we in this truth, it's the loss of carnal attachments which aids us in building strong and building correctly. Less happily after he had laid the foundation, 29, Luke 14:29, he is not able to finish it. All that behold, it began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. You see? And we can't be like that, man. We gotta finish our course, man. We gotta finish the build. Get one more. Matthew 16 and 15, he said unto them, but whom say ye, oh man, I gotta jump up. Let me just go down to 16. And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the anointed, the Son of the living power. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, which I believe, right, I can't, my memory kind of shot right now, but Simon Bar-Jonah just mean the son of let me fact check it. Right. Son of Jonah. Like Simon Bar Mitzvah, I believe that's how you say it. Right? Bar Mitzvah. Simon Bar Jonah. Right? So it just means, like I said, Simon, son of Jonah. Right? So it says, blessed art thou, Simon Bar Jonah, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. Right? And the Father is giving us the pattern. He's giving us the blueprint on how to build the temple, because we're all priests. We're all acting priests and kings. Okay? And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. You see? And this is called the house of David, because Peter in the reincarnation, if you can receive it, is King David, man. And upon that rock, upon this rock, is Yahawah's church built, man. Okay? And the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Right? It would never come to an end. It would never come to an end. The hell represent the grave or a low condition. Okay? So the concept of death would never creep into the house of David again. Okay? It would never come close. Because why? Sin won't dwell in the Israelite man, woman, and child, and we will live forever. It says, and I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. See? So, upon this rock, which Yahawashi, which is also King Solomon, if you can receive it, was he provided the mercies, the sure mercies of David, man. The mercy of King David was carried over into Yahawashi, who fulfilled the mercy, okay, who sat on the mercy seat, whatever the mercy seat represented Yahawashi. All right, when it came to King David, man. Okay, and Yahawashi, and this is how the church was built, upon this rock, which ultimately is Yahawashi, you see, which is the sure foundation. Okay, called as lively stones, right? Uh, this is Isaiah 28:16. Therefore, thus say YAHWASHI YAHWASHI, behold, I lay in Zion a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. And our foundation is YAHWASHI. Okay? Our that stone is YAHWASHI. That tried stone is YAHWASHI. That precious cornerstone is YAHWASHI. And that's how you start any building, with that pressure, with that chief cornerstone. And that's YAHWASHI, which allows us to build correctly. And this is the end result. 2 Ezra 8:51. I'll close with this. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise open, that the tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded. Right? We don't have no continuous city here. We seek one to come. That city is builded. That's the people. Right? Revelation 21. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. The former earth and heaven and earth was passed away, but he saw a new heaven and earth coming down out of heaven, right? Prepared as a bride, right? For her husband, right? Roughly paraphrasing. And that city is the elect, right? Starts with the government, because that's how any town or city is established, based off its government. Government means control. Government means controlment means mind. So the ones who control the people's mind is how the city is built. So a city is built it, okay? And it came from everything you see happening right now, from the prophets being on the street, from the studies to the you know, all of everything you see now regarding the Hebrew Israelites in terms of righteousness is you seeing the city being built right now, man. Okay? And rest is allowed. Because once the final state come, once the elect men come out of those chariots, that's what it means. It's sort of New Jerusalem coming out of heaven. That's the elect men coming out of them chariots, right? That chariot, the fathership, all right, after the consummation of the bride and the bridegroom's marriage, which will be in the chariot, they're gonna get a new image, a new body. They're gonna have an image of their husband. That's what happens when a man and woman consummate the marriage. He puts his image on her. Okay, so you can understand, and that's what's gonna happen with the elect. The elect is gonna look like YAHWASHI, because he put his image on them. The chamber door is closed. The marriage was finalized, and then they're gonna come out of the chamber. All right, they're gonna come out of the marriage chamber, which is the fathership, and then he's gonna reveal himself to the public. Okay. You know, they're gonna reveal themselves to the public. Okay, and then that's the bride coming out of the chariot. And now rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness in the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past, and in the end is shewed the treasures of immortality, man. So yeah, there you have it, man. Okay. That's why it's important for us to build strong and to build correctly. Lord willing, is edifying. Till next time, I'm going to give all honor and glory from the praise and worship to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, elder bishop, great millstone, who will teach you in sound doctrine. Peace, citation to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Kwan Yashala, Baba, Shalom.